Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Jenny. I'm Moonlight Lady 1111. As you can see, I'm back with another pick a card reading for you today. The title of this reading is hopefully a nice, quick, simple one. I'm hoping to get it out for you on Monday, the 8th of February 2021. If you are watching this at a different time, do bear in mind that with the tarot, sometimes the messages meet you and find you when they need to be met and found, basically. So yeah, this is the title of this reading is something along the lines of what do you need to know? What messages do you need to hear for this week? Okay. I do want to add, if you're one of my return viewers, thank you so much for coming back to see me again. I really appreciate all the support you're giving me. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Okay, so without further ado, I think we should start picking our piles. So as you can see, we've got 3 piles here. We have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Okay, so draw your attention to the piles. Ignore colours and numbers and things like that. What we're going to do is take a big deep breath in. Hold it. And then let that breath go. See which pile calls to you. I'll just give you a moment to do that. Okay, that should have been long enough. I'll just get some, oops, knocking things over. Just get some space up here so we can start with pile number 1. Yeah, that was 3, that was 2. Okay, hi pile number 1. You chose this beautiful lump of rose quartz. Always feels so smooth. So the question we're asking, just turn that around. We don't need the label, do we? The question that we were asking was, what do you need to know for this week? So I've got the Dali deck up here. I've been using this deck for the weekly energies on my Instagram. So I'm going to start doing, this is a new sort of video for me. I'm going to start picking a deck and then using that deck for the energies for a week. If you did want to follow me on Instagram, it's Moonlight Lady 1111. Okay, so we've got the Dali deck there, and then I've got the mystical Lenormand deck. Oh, yeah. Lenormand deck down at the bottom here, which is a bit of a fortune telling deck, so it should tell us what else you can be expecting this week. And then I've got a couple of these Whispers of the Wood oracle cards over here as well, the little mini cards. I will pull some clarifiers for you, so let's get cracking. Okay, what do you need to know for this week? Pile number 1. Ooh, we've got Judgment. Okay, so straight off the bat, this could be quite an important week for you spiritually. It could be very important that you start listening to the signs that the universe is sending to you. It could be that you need to hear that call. There could be something happening. It could also be that you need to be wary of judging other people, or maybe try not to take it to heart if other people are judging you. Let's see what else we've got going on here. We've got the Page of Swords in the reverse. Okay. And last but not least, the 3 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, I'm hearing for some of you, you need to be wary of arguments this week. If something does get to you or stress you out or anything like that, just make sure you're being truthful with yourself and others regarding everything. It could be that you're trying to rush into something without taking heed of your own needs as well. Let me clarify for you and see if we can get shed a bit more light on this situation. it could be for some of you that you're really not standing in your truth, and that you are maybe rushing into declaring yourself as, now only take what resonates. This might be a bit cheeky for the cards to be saying this. It's funny, the High Priest has just fallen out as I was thinking that. So yeah, maybe I'm going to... Okay, so for some of you, it could be that you are very quick to declare yourself as enlightened, shall we say. To declare yourself as highly spiritually aware. When you are actually still in the process of releasing some of your past hurts and you're still on that healing journey. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not enlightened. It just means that, you know, this is a journey, so you can't rush into declaring these things. You are still being asked to hear the call from above. Okay, yeah, we've got the Four of Pentacles here. So the Four of Pentacles talks about, like, really holding on to things. And again, you know, we've got a little Buddha on here. We've got a Buddha on here, and we've also got somebody who looks like a monk bowing down to somebody else who seems to have a chain around Buddha. So it's like you don't have all the answers, and that's okay, that's fine. Don't feel like you have to be too strict with yourself either to reach certain goalposts on this journey that you're on. What about this Page of Swords? Too many. So this deck's really big, so I struggle with it a bit. Okay, there we go. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Okay. Thanks, Spirit. Basically, the page and the knight are very similar, and for them to both come out reversed, I think it means that, you know, there might be a lot of stress going on this week, and so you're trying to cling on to finding those times when you can connect to the universe, and you really want to connect spiritually and, you know, become like this divine thing. But unfortunately, it seems like stress might have something else to say about it. You know, you have suffered a lot, and you have dealt with a lot, but you are releasing all this anger and heartache now. So there's no need to cling on to any idea of where you should be on this journey. Yeah, look, we've got the Nine of Wands here as well. So, like I said, you've been through a lot, pile number one. And you might feel like a bit of a wounded warrior, but you are still standing, and you have got that determination to heal. So don't judge yourself so harshly. I think that maybe this week you have to, you know, give yourself... That's funny. This card has been coming up in almost every reading this week. It's time for new beginnings. You know, you're laying roots for your own future. Okay, and so you don't need to reach certain places by a certain time. This is all a journey. So this is a bit of a warning from Spirit not to get too stressed out with yourself about everything that's going on. Don't judge. It's like you're clinging on really tightly to these expectations that you have of yourself. There's a real need to let a lot of things go right now. So what does this say? Yeah, this is beautiful. This card that I just saw here is actually on the Instagram weekly check-in, so that's very interesting, as is the paths. Okay, so this is saying that you have choices ahead of you right now. You have choices ahead, and it's up to you which one you choose. And I feel like this is really telling you not to be so stressed out about which direction you go in. You're going to go in the direction that you go in, okay? There's not a lot you can do to change it. Okay, we have the Man. And we have the Garden. So I'm hearing that you are in the process of really stepping up into your own power here, and that there might be some public recognition coming for you, and maybe that is one of the things that is stressing you out quite so much. Let me just pull another couple. I'm hearing life isn't a walk in the park, okay? You need to be kinder to yourself and really understand that you can't make the wrong choices. Whatever path you choose is the path you choose. Yeah, we've got the Emperor in the reverse. There's a real need to release the control here. The control and the pressure that you're putting on yourself is what is causing this stress. You know, it's like you're saying to yourself, why aren't I healed yet? Why haven't I healed this? The reason you haven't healed is because the wound is deep, okay? I don't know what you've been through, pile number one, but you need to know that you're on the path to healing it. You're already on there, but you can make the choice now. I feel like the choice that you have to make this week is to be kinder to yourself. Do you continue to put this pressure on and go down one path? Or do you put the brakes on and realize that you don't need to be in control of everything all the time, and that you can let go of these expectations that you have upon yourself and take the slightly easier, longer way around? That's fine. I think as well that there could be a lot of people involved with you and your decisions and the directions that you go in, and that maybe you're trying to step away from them. The man with the Emperor could represent like a father figure or a male in your life that is, putting a bit of pressure on you to be a certain way or something like that. Only take what resonates though, because this is a general reading. I think overall, you have to go with this. It's all part of the journey. So this week it's really telling you to stop putting that pressure on and to just put one foot in front of the other, because recognition is coming. Like I said, it could involve a lot of people. The park also represents like gatherings, like concerts and things like that. But I think like you could be announcing something or releasing something. But don't stop judging yourself so harshly. Let yourself off this leash. You wouldn't expect other people to be like this so much. I think you're going to be able to do it as well. The Emperor in the reverse tells me you're going to be able to let go. I really feel like the card that's touching the bottom of my hand, isn't it? Yeah. 7 of Cups. Okay, yeah, so you have choices here. You have a lot of choices, some good, some bad, but there's a warning not to get stuck here and getting plagued by this Ace of Pentacles this week. It's very funny. Yeah, like you have a lot of choices in front of you, and it is causing you a bit of stress. But essentially, you need to remember that the choice is yours, nobody else's. And that whichever path you take, guess what? It's the path you take. You can't make any very big mistakes, because essentially, even if it feels like a mistake at the time, it's going to get you to where you need to go. Have you got one last card for my pile number 1, please? This one really wants to come. Okay, yeah, we've got the Hermit. This is exactly what I was saying, wasn't it? This is you and your choice. This isn't up to anybody else. So take some time, rest on it, okay? You don't need to rush into anything right now. Clear your head, clear your mind. Go within yourself, and that is where you will find the light. You will find the answers within you. Okay, we have teach, inspire others, and let nature be your greatest teacher. We have strength. When your roots are deep, you need not fear the storm. Cleanse. Wash your weary spirit clean and take a walk in the wooded glades. Yeah, take a step back away from this. Like, once you see things from a slightly different perspective, you're going to realise that you don't need this pressure. You are very divinely connected. You are very spiritually guided. So don't let these things stress you out. Go with the flow. Go with the flow as water trickles down a stream. Do not hurry. Yeah, I think I might have said there's no rush here. There's more speed, less haste, if that makes sense. Caution. Okay. Tread softly so as not to disturb the woodland floor. Yeah, you don't need to rush this. Whatever is going on for you this week, remember it's okay to take a step back. Remember it's okay to focus on you and your healing. Remember it's your dreams, not anybody else's. So take that time to go within, reconnect with the universe, reconnect with yourself. Let yourself off that leash this week. Okay, pile number 1, I think that was your reading. I really hope that resonated for you. If it did, please let me know in the comments section below. Like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. All really helps me on my journey. If you did want to book a private reading with me, you can see a link to my Etsy shop just in the little box below. Thank you so much to everybody who's been booking readings recently. It's really, really lovely to be able to do these for you, and I'm absolutely loving that this is becoming my new job. Yeah, if you want to find out more about weekly check-ins, you can follow me on Instagram. My handle is Moonlight Lady 1111. So yeah, I've been doing like weekly and daily check-ins on there, and the odd pick a card when I find some time. So yeah, I really think that you chose this rose quartz for a bit of self-love right now. Work with your heart space a bit more. Okay, thank you so much, pile number 1. Take it easy. Bye. Okay, and on to pile number 2. Okay, hi pile number 2. You chose this bit of selenite, so I'll just pop that up here between these other bits of selenite. Okie dokie. So, what do you need to know this week? What energies are around you? What do you need to know about this week? Pile number 2. Okay, I've got the Dali Tarot up here. Hopefully this will answer some questions, tell you what you need to know, give you some guidance for this week. And then down here I've got the Lenormand, Mystical Lenormand deck. So this is a bit of a bit of a fortune telling deck. And then over here I've got the Whispering Woods deck as well. Okie dokie. Excuse me, I'll just have a big yawn as well, apparently. I'm very tired recently. Okay. I will crack on and see what these cards have got to tell you. Pile number 2. Oh, lovely. So we've got the 6 of Cups. I'm going to keep going because the 6 of Cups means many things to me. Okay, we have the Sun. And we have the 6 of Swords. Wow. Okay, I feel like this week, pile number 2, you're really moving on from something in your past. The 6 of Cups represents childhood or children. It also represents past lives, soulmate connections, all the intricate little circles of different timelines wobbling around each other. It's a very joyful card. It's a card of sharing and giving and things like that. And I feel like maybe you've rested a lot of your happiness on some things that have, gone on in the past. But really this week it's time, this message is very clear. You can be happy this week because your past and your future are coming together to create a lot of happiness for you. What a wonderful, wonderful vibe to get off those cards straight up. It's going to be quite a quick one, this one, I think. For some of you, children will be bringing you a lot of happiness this week. If there has been anything in the past that's caused you any problems, then you need to know that this week everything's going to be a lot calmer. Wow, Knight of Swords jumping straight out there. So yeah, there might be some messages. Might be some messages of truth coming your way from the past. Knight of Swords is really a messenger card for me. Talks about the truth will out, so perhaps the truth is going to come to light about something in your past and you're just going to be able to be fine with it. You're going to be able to integrate it into your day-to-day. It's also about rushing around, and with it being in the upright, it means that you're going to be taking some really positive forward steps here. What about this Sun card, please? Oh dear, why is the Sun here? Okay, yeah, we've got the 3 of Wands there. So that talks of making plans for the future and being patient. So it could well be that this week you're moving away from one way of being and moving towards another way of being. Not that anything was necessarily wrong, but you've laid these plans for your own happiness now. So you've sent those ships out and you're just waiting for everything to come back. So you can be patient, but I think you can be happy and content in your patience this week, if that makes any sense. Pile number 2. Can I have another card, please? What about this 6 of Swords? That one. Oh, that one. Ooh, I'll take them both. Oops. Okay, we've got the Magician and the King of Wands. Very nice. Yeah, so remember what you put out, you get back. And the things that you're going to be moving towards are things that you've been trying to manifest for a while. So you've kind of found some contentment. You've addressed your own truth. And you're moving on from this now. But you can be patient about it. You know that you're stepping into your power. You're stepping into this way of being, which means you're going to be able to manifest everything you want. You're going to be able to create the things for your future that you've been dreaming of, is what I'm hearing. Do be wary of being too controlling. It could be that you're escaping a controlling situation here as well. Let me pull these and see what we've got here. Okay, interesting. We've got the Child, the Snake, and the Owls. I said the children. So yeah, like, I think you might be stepping away from acting in a childlike manner and becoming more on point, becoming more focused in the things that you want, and you know that that's going to make you happy. Yeah, I feel like there's also, it's interesting because we had the male card in the first one. The snake can represent a sister. It's also fresh new beginnings, like a rebirth. You've got an egg in there. But yeah, I think this week there's the reminder that you can be happy and you can be playful. You don't need to be so serious all the time, and that actually in playing comes wisdom. For some of you, not all of you, I really feel like you might be getting some messages this week. The Owls can talk about telephone calls. The Knight of Swords is, messages, text messages, phone calls, emails. So some of you really might receive some good news, I think, is what it's going to be this week. It doesn't seem like it's bad news at all. Potentially regarding children or childhood, or either way, like you're stepping into a new way of being. You're going to see everything through the eyes of a child again, looking at the world with childlike wonder. And it's a good week. You're just going to remember to have a laugh, and that with this release of stress comes the power to manifest and create your dreams, to be in charge of your own passions. Interesting. We've got the Hermit that came out in the last one. So again, there's going to be, for some of you, I mean, if you're watching this at the same time, it could be a lot to do with lockdown. A lot of us are on our own at the moment, aren't we? Oh, excuse me. But yeah, there's you're going to be going within, and within when you go within, it's like you're going to be meeting your inner child and remembering that you and your inner child are really funny, is what I'm hearing. What we like as a kid, I bet you were always laughing at some stuff. Yeah, look at that. We got the Two of Cups as well. So this to me is saying that with it being next to the Hermit, I don't think this is necessarily a love connection. Though saying that the Four of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, you're going to realize everything that you need to realize on your own, and then a relationship, an important soulmate relationship, could be coming to fruition, moving on to calmer waters, if that is what you've been trying to manifest. For others, though, I really feel like this is representing you coming into union with yourself, really balancing the yin and yang within. We have Cups and Swords here, so head and heart. In balancing your head and heart, you're finally bringing everything under control here, and that is what's going to make this beautiful energy for you. The Hermit, he's an old man. He goes into his cave and he finds out the truth. He finds the light within himself. Within the darkness, he finds the light. And so if there is something dark from your past, you're going to realize that you can cut that out. You don't need to carry it around every day anymore. Just have one more, please, for pile number 2. Knight of Cups. Interesting. Yeah, so for some of you, you may well be receiving a really good message. A message of love, a message of hope. We have joy, yeah. Spread seeds of joy like a wildflower, and no doubt you will revel in the result. So like I said, there is a lot of happiness here. You've got the Sun card. The Sun is ultimate joy. Like I said, there's also children represented here. For some of you, only take what resonates. Maybe that call is going to be about children. Let me know if it does. We have light, yes. Look to the space between the trees for answers. So you're going to be shedding some light on some sort of situation here. Too many, but I'll take that one. Adventure, live wild and free. Yeah, I think that's what you're doing. You're moving on to calmer waters with the Six of Swords there. You're allowing yourself to live your own life. Taking control of it, but not necessarily in a bad way, with the Magician and the King of Wands here. There's definitely some messages coming this week that's going to propel you on your journey. Journey, branch out to new worlds. And path. Wander on the path less travelled. What you find might surprise you. One more. Oh. One, yeah. Make room for growth. Clearing. Yeah, so I think you're really propelling yourself forwards. And, I mean, judging on the weekly energies I've been getting this week, it does feel like there's some really big changes going on for a lot of people. And so for you, it's like these messages are literally taking you from the past and putting you to the future. And you're just going to be happy, patiently waiting in the middle in your present, which is an absolutely fantastic way to be, isn't it? That's the goal, isn't it? You know, live in the present. Okay, pile number 2, I think that was your reading. I really hope that resonated for you. If it did, please let me know in the comments section below. You know, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. It all really helps me on my journey. If you did want to book a private reading, you can get in touch with me through the link. You can see all the readings I offer even through the link to my Etsy shop. It's just in the box below. Yeah, I did want to say thank you so much for everyone that has been booking readings with me recently. It really means a lot to me, and I'm absolutely loving where I'm getting to on this tarot journey with you all. So yeah, also, like I said, I'm trying to do a bit more weekly readings like this. So I do also do an energy check-in on Instagram as well. So if this resonated, maybe check that out if you feel so inclined. Okay, thanks so much, pile number 2. Mwah. Take it easy. Bye. And on to pile number 3. Okay, hi pile number 3. You chose this sodalite. I'll shove that up there for you so you know you're on the right channel. Right channel. right number. Anyway. Oh. Okay, so I have got the Dali Tarot up here. Excuse me, I'll just have a little yawn. I'm yawning all the way through this one. Gosh, if anyone's sat listening to the whole thing, they'll be like, go to bed. Oh, you've got 4. Interesting. Everybody else has only had 3. Okay, so what do you need to know this week? Pile number 3. Dali Tarot up there to tell us that. And then down here we've got the Mystical Lenormand deck. This is more of a fortune telling deck, so hopefully that'll give us a bit of insight into you know, what you can expect coming up. And then I've got Whispering Woods mini deck there as well. Excuse me. Okay, pile number 3. Ooh, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. In the upright, fate is on your side this week. The wheels are turning. Everything is in motion. Very good. I think as well you need to remember to go with the flow with everything that happens this week. That's always something the Wheel of Fortune says. And the High Priestess. Wow, big energy for you this week, pile number 3. So, you know, I think you're very spiritually connected. You need to trust your intuition this week. Go with the flow and do the things that your gut is telling you to do. It could be that some things are a bit hidden from you right now and you're really wondering how things are going to click into the place, but you need to trust your gut that it's going to. Okay, we've got the 8 of Pentacles. This is to do with your work. I feel like something is going to be really clicking into place for you this week regarding your work life. Everything's kind of going to start ticking over the way it's supposed to be doing. I'm hearing if you've been waiting for something to happen, it is moving now. You need to know that it's moving now. There were some blocks that the universe had to iron out, but you need to keep, you've been diligently picking away at this and going and digging, but this is going to take off is what I'm hearing. Okay, and then we have the moon in the reverse. So that tells me that with the High Priestess and the moon there, I think maybe you've been struggling a lot to kind of keep yourself on top of things, shall we say. I think you have been, it's like that something is fated to happen, but the expectation that you're putting on yourself, you have to be wary that you're not putting too much pressure there. Yes, keep working away at it, but remember to rest. You can't constantly be going. When you're up, you're up. When you're down, you're down. But if you can be happy to glide through all of those things, that is a really big lesson you could learn this week. But keep picking away at it. I'm going to clarify that moon in the reverse straight off, actually. Why is the moon in the reverse here, please? Oh, okay, I don't need to. I just heard you're not going to be in the dark anymore. That's why it's here. Oh, good, because sometimes for me, the moon in the reverse really represents mental health issues and things like that. So I think you don't need to, it's about keeping secrets as well. Oh, this moon in the reverse is tricky here. Okay, we got the Chariot just popped out, but I think that's over here. Everything's rushing forwards. I'll pull them out like I did the other ones. We'll see what crops up. So yeah, with the Wheel of Fortune clarified by the Chariot, like there is some very swift forward action, forward movement here. Life is taking the reins right now. So you have to keep doing what you're doing, but really trust your gut with that. You have to have faith that these things are going to happen. You have to maintain your own balance, Don't lean on it too much either way. If if you imagine the Chariot is going forwards like this, and then if you lean that wheel that way, it's going to veer off course. And if you lean that wheel that way, it's going to veer off course. So keep your eye on the straight and narrow. I'm hearing keep your eye on the prize. That's what this Eight of Pentacles is for here as well. You know what this means. Maybe you've got 1 or 2 goals that you've really been aiming for, but like now is the time to really, really keep that nose to the grindstone this week. Keep doing what you're doing because everything is trying to rush forwards for you. High Priestess. The Tower. Was that in the upright or the reverse, please? Okay, the Tower in the upright underneath the High Priestess. Interesting. I feel like something might happen that you're not expecting, and it is really going to make a lot of changes. But you need to keep calm. The Tower clarified by the King of Cups. Okay, yeah, you need to know that whatever happens this week, pile number 3, you can totally do this. You can go with the flow. Be that High Priestess combined with the King of Cups energy, okay? It's coming out everywhere. We've got the Empress here, the Knight of Wands, Page of Cups. Yeah, there's a lot of good energy there. I'm not taking them all because they're jumping out too quick. Again, yeah, lots of really, really good... Okay, I'll take them. You get the message. You can't put them away again, can you? Okay. So there's something really abundant coming your way. And like I said, it's going to be rushing forwards very quickly. So you really need to expect the unexpected here. Whatever this thing is, it is going to just rush. Wow, you've got so many cards already, pile number 3. Okay. You really need to expect the unexpected this week because things are turning in motion. Things are rushing forwards in a good way, right? In a very good way. It's to do with your passions. It's to do with your creativity. It's to do with your drive. It's to do with your work life, your career, the things that you love. There's a lot of abundance here with the Empress, but also a real need to mother yourself. Like this is like almost like a fresh new rebirth that you've been waiting for. I don't see this Tower as indicated too badly, but this is, this is going to shake everything up for you, pile number 3. So what about this moon in the reverse? We've got the Two of Wands and the Two of Pentacles. So you're going to end up juggling a decision. And then you're going to make the decision. I think you're juggling 2 things. And you have to keep juggling to get to where you need to be. Okay? Let's just see. I need to lay these out better. Something's going to come and rush up behind you today, something hidden that you don't expect to happen. And you need to know that those things that you are working on are going to be coming to fruition now. Abundance is coming. So the thing that's going to happen is that you must expect the unexpected. And when it happens, remain calm. You know, you've got your emotions in check. You've worked very hard to be this way. So when it does rush forwards, you know, you can go with it. I'm hearing you can allow yourself to get excited about this. So you do have a decision to make regarding this situation. And that's the thing that's hidden from you, is I think there's going to be a decision sprung upon you, and you're going to kind of juggling it and weighing it up by the end of the week. You're going to have to decide what to do in a certain situation. Ooh. Okay, so maybe in the past you've been a bit dejected and not really seen the things that are on offer to you. And you felt a bit out of whack. You felt like you can't control anything. Oh, okay, these are the things that you need to avoid. You have to let these things go, let these things slide, and definitely go with the flow. Pile number 3, temperance, yes. So maintain that inner balance. Whatever happens, maintain the inner balance. Don't fight anything. Balance, balance, balance here. That emotional balance, that thing that you've worked so hard to be, maintain that, please. Sorry, these cards are a little bit of a mess, aren't they? There's quite a lot of them. I'll put them that way. So the Temperance card kind of is also, I feel there's a bit of a message with the Wheel of Fortune card. If you're riding the Wheel of Fortune on the outside, when you're up, you're banging your head in the clouds. It's amazing. You're flying high. This is fantastic. When you're down, you're banging your head on the floor with every turn. And it's like it couldn't get any worse. Each little bit is more pain. Oh, sorry, Duchess. Come on, love. Good girl. Whereas if you manage to ride the middle of the wheel, then it's plain sailing. And I'm really hearing that you've got to really trust the universe, trust your intuition. Things are happening that you don't know what they are this week, but they're going to be good for you if you let them. So you need to focus on those positives. Lift your head up and look at what's on offer here. Wow, we have the moon again. We have the tower. And we have the lilies. Okay, yeah, interesting. Oh, Duchess, move your tail. So yeah, again, this is telling you to go with your gut feelings here. Trust your intuition. It might be that these decisions you have to make alone, but they will kind of affect everyone around you. It'll make for a more, if you've been living in an isolated way, it's going to make for a more homely environment for you. You can sit and contemplate this. But eventually, I mean, this can also represent like a position of power. So like the power is going to reside within you to make these choices. Kindness. Take respite by a pond and be kind to yourself and others. So whatever decisions you make, don't just affect you. I think that's what this family card is down here, these lilies. Cleanse. It's funny, I was looking at the water in the Temperance card when I saw that. Wash your weary spirit clean and take a walk in the wooded glades. Surprises. Yes, I said something's going to happen this week and it's going to take you by surprise and you're going to have to go with it. Under the most ordinary stone is an undisturbed garden. Friends. The most unlikely friendships can form like variegated lichens on hard rock. They create a tight bond. Idle hours. Take some time out to lie on the emerald grass. And here you don't have to rush into decisions. You can wait. Learn. Take a lesson from the owls. Deeply observe the night and you'll become a little wiser in the day. That's very interesting with that moon being there as well. I feel like if you need to take some time away in the night time and be alone and with your own thoughts, that's where things are going to open up. And we have opportunities. Opportunities unfurl like a fern, even without warm sunlight. I love that. Okay, pile number 3. I think that was your reading. I hope that resonated for you. It sounds like you're going to have a lot going on. So yeah, go with it. It sounds really positive. Yeah, if you did want to book a private reading with me, you can get in touch. There's a link to my Etsy just below where you can book readings there. If this did resonate for you, please like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. It all really helps me on my journey. Also, thank you so much to everybody who's been supporting me so far. I really appreciate everything that you're doing and all the bookings that people keep making. It's really great. I'm loving that this is becoming such a bigger part of my life right now. Okay, thank you so much, pile number 3. Mwah, take it easy. Bye.